That's something. If somebody asks you, who are you? Because they have no clue who you are, what would you say?
Whoa. Okay. That's a very tough question. I don't even know who I am.
Man, I got some notes that I want to talk to you about, and one of the things is like self-identity and stuff. I did my thesis about partially about behavior psychology and the influence of self-identity, but not meaning to interrupt. You don't even know who you are. I'm just getting excited by topics.
Yeah, who am I? That's a tough question. I always find because most of the time I'm just self-discovering myself constantly, and just figuring out what I like. So it's I don't. There is not really. I would say I am this one thing. I'm very much, and this has been something through my practice, through training and everything, is having like this generalistic approach to stuff. So I'm not necessarily one thing, but I'm just like many things. But what are those many things? Yeah, that's so hard. How would you describe yourself? If I can
I was already afraid that you were going to ask that question. That we were going to ask that question back. I have my main field that I'm interested in is podcasting and content creation. But besides that, it's behavioral psychology. So I study behavior, and a big part of behavior is the people that you hang around with. And in my thesis, there's many big impacts on. I did my thesis about behavioral psychological impact, like changing strategies that you can apply on social media to change behavior, especially under young men. So I targeted men 18 to 34. How do we change behavior in those? What are they susceptible for? Identity is the biggest thing across the board. Like men 18 and men 34, the biggest denominator for behavior change is identity, because you want to identify. Like if you go watch James Bond, next day you get out, you go buy a suit because you feel like if you watch Rambo, you're starting fucking having crossbows and stuff. For men, identity is a big thing, and we want to identify. And there's many people who use that in a good way. Jordan Peterson, big fan. That I really spend a lot of time in. Other big influencers take the complete wrong approach and misuse the fact that we're susceptible for identity for like not that good purposes. If I were to say, who am I? Standard answer will be a combination of the people that I hang around with or listen to. I am... If I want to start with character traits, I'm just a very enthusiastic, happy person. I'm very enthusiastic. I'm ambitious, which also sometimes bites me in the butt, because it's a fine line between ambition and being proud of yourself. Because you want to be ambitious, but you also want to see like, hey, I'm actually doing all right in order to enjoy the things that you're ambitious about. I really want to take care of the people around me. I try to pay a lot of attention. And I want to put something on this earth that helps people in a good way. I want to teach people something. I want to encourage them to take a step to improve their life. I want to motivate people, make them a little bit more happy. I'm the last person, like, because I'm on the way of becoming a creator, audiences are growing. I am careful with what message I want to put out. And the last thing I want to do is say like, oh, you have to become a millionaire or get like 5 houses. Yeah, but everybody is screaming that shit. So a couple of weeks ago, I came with the conclusion, or at least the theory for myself, that I think that the young men striving to be a millionaire is an indication of a meaning crisis. Because I think that many people shoot for money because I think that money is going to get them meaning, but don't trade your happiness for the thing that is supposed to get it. Like many people, it's the Mexican fisherman story. Are you familiar with the Mexican fisherman story?
I feel like I heard this one before.
American businessman goes to Mexico fishing with the guy, and he is like, "Oh, how do you spend your day?" "I spend my day fishing until I have enough fish. I go home with my wife, have the fish that we have, enjoy my time with my kids, and the next day I go back." It was like, "Oh yeah, but if you do this with friends, you get more fish. You can sell it at the market, and then you can buy more boats, and you can employ people, and then eventually you can get into wholesale, and then eventually." And it was like, "Why would I do that?" It was an American businessman responded with, "Eventually you could go home and fish the whole day and bring it home and enjoy time with your wife and your children. Don't trade the happiness for the things that are supposed to get it." Some people really strive for a million, being a millionaire in order to be happy, and thereby they are failing to see that they can be happy in the moment as well.
I mean, that's a nice, that's a strong message.
Yeah. It's also the thing that went most viral on my Instagram. Got 1.5 million views and stuff.
That was the Chris
Williamson.
Yeah. I saw that one. I was like, that sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Man, I have to sneeze. I have allergies, so if I sneeze, I go. Doesn't matter. Okay, so that's a bit.
Fuck. I thought I could delay it.
Okay, never mind. We'll cut that out. But okay, that's,
or not, just leave it in.
That's me.
Okay.
You can do character traits. You can do things that you want to stand for.
Damn, yeah, but then it's so many. Like, the thing is, like with these, that's why I'm also like, I'm very much bad at therapy, because I just blank out with like questions that are like, okay, it's so open, and then my ADHD brain is just like scrambling with all these things, and I'm just like, But what I did, like what you said, like you want to help people. And I can relate to that as well, because I just want to, like now I'm on this somewhat healing journey of just helping people, helping people with their pain and injuries and chronic pains that they have, and with great results as well. And the results are very much fueling me to do more. It's very much, I say, like satisfying in a way, just like to see how happy it can be for people to just finally have hope.
Isn't that also a Jordan Peterson thing? If you feel hopeless, help other people. Or if you feel like you need help, the best thing you can do is help other people.
Well, maybe I do need a lot.
Sorry.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, that's possible. But I had this thing already like for forever. That's also why I started doing personal training. But it grew. Like it was like, in the beginning, it was just like, yeah, I'm just going to do PTs for just not being able, or just not doing corporate. Like it was really like, yeah, I'm not a corporate guy. I'm just like.
Some little fairies told me something about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that whole thing with like, I did corporate for almost 10 years and it was just like, nah, this is not me. Very much depressed. Gesundheit.
Thanks.
And yeah, I just did it. It was not me. Therapy, super depressed. Figured out that I like teaching. Was very much like, hey, this is actually nice. And also to be able to share a little bit of knowledge that you have. So I really like that. So I transitioned into doing more personal training. And through there, like I just did a whole bunch of mix of things to be here eventually. So I did a lot. Like in the beginning, it was just teaching what I knew, which was like training really hard and just pushing people to the edge, like really going over their limits, which is a somewhat of a good thing sometimes. Like do it every once in a while, maybe.
Some people don't know where their limits are, and they really should try a little bit harder.
True, but I was really like boot camp. Like it wasn't just.
Oh, you were one of those.
Oh yeah, it was just like no, do more.
Tabata, the
whole thing, the whole shebang. Yeah, which was amazing. Which was actually like the results that I got was insane. But at a certain point, I was like, yeah, this is not it. I was just bored of it. Then I did normal boot camps, got bored really fast with that. Then I did movement, like going through like a whole charade of like different things, like from doing capoeira, doing calisthenics, gymnastics, groundwork, a lot of coordination, a lot of balance, proper strength work. Yeah, and I did that for like 6 hours a day for 4 or 5 years in a row. Like,
that's a lot.
Yes, 6 days a week. Yeah, just one day off, and it was just a lot of grinding, like a lot of self-discovery, like what can this body do? And like, for example, I never really was the guy that thought can I do a handstand? Like, no, the handstand is not for me. Like, doing all those calisthenics stuff, that's not for me. But then you do it, and then in a year, I was just like, what the I do these things like now. Like, I can do a handstand. I can do somewhat of a what is that called? Like front lever or a back lever. I got pretty fast, but also like the amount of strength that I had and felt was insane. Like, just my body felt like I could become a Super Saiyan. You know, you go like,
yeah,
like
of
that.
course. Some Dragon Ball Z references.
Yeah, like seriously.
He knows ball people.
Yeah, it was really like insane to feel how you could be, like, in a sense, like, and from there, like, I transitioned to that and just wanted to teach that, and that took a while because I always felt like I wasn't ready to teach in that manner. So that slowly changed. From there, I went to trying to help people. And this was around the period where my dad had like a stroke and he was not able to really speak anymore and use his whole right side was paralyzed. So I was like, yeah. And I saw the, how do you say, like the zorg, healthcare system here. Also how they, like, I mean, it's not bad.
But it's overrated.
It could be much better.
It could be much better. There's a lot to be desired still.
I mean, there are, like, the whole thing is, if with alternative medicine, just because it's not proven, like with numbers, they don't tend to just try these things and just put it available.
Yeah.
Which is hard and difficult because you see the traditional thing doesn't work for everyone. So there needs to be some leeway. And yeah, obviously I wasn't able to do that back then. I think I may have been able to help my dad with the knowledge that I have now, maybe just a little bit, maybe just in the first stages, like a little bit. But back then I was just looking at the physios and the PTs and I was just like, yeah, well, what are we doing here? Like, there could have been something. So I
peptides weren't on the market yet.
Also that, yeah. I would just inject that shit.
My dad takes it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How does he feel now?
He only takes a BPC 157 and C-Max.
Yeah.
But he had a tennis elbow. So he couldn't put any pressure on his arm.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I know you might not like this. I know you might be against it. I know it's experimental, all your own risk, like the whole disclaimer. But it helped me a lot.
Yeah.
And he has full function back in his arm.
Really?
No pain, nothing.
How long did it take?
A month.
Jeez.
But he had pain for 15 years in his arm. Yeah.
15?
15, 1-5.
Yeah. I mean...
Before we go into that, you said you were not really the handstand guy.
Yeah.
And then you were like, I might as well try. And then you figured out that you could do this.
Yeah.
Same thing, like you said before, you listened to Rogan. He was like, okay, I thought I sucked at everything. Then he did like martial arts. And he figured out that he could get better and manage things or become better at things.
Yeah.
Did did that, to think about my words, did the fact that you figured out that you could get better at things lift over into other areas of your life?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. With like the fact that I would just try stuff, try new things, and not be like, obviously, like within limits. Like, for example, last December, I went scuba diving.
Cool.
Which I would not do. Like, I would not choose to do it, but I was just like, okay, maybe I'll, try just to see how it is. And I hated it.
What you hate about it?
I tried it, but then I hate it because I'm really much about the whole thing. Like, okay, I'll try something to see how it is. And that's that whole idea. Like, yeah, I'm not the scuba guy, but I will do it to see if I like it. If I like it, I will probably love it. So I will just do more. But if I don't like it and I'm just like, nah, then it's really like,
But it's
not
off the
for
list.
me. It's off the list. Yeah. Then it's like, okay, that's not me. Like, but for sure, like it gives me not so much ego, in a sense.
What do you mean?
So when whenever I'm not able to do something, and because I'm very much like how do you say that? Like a perfectionist, in a sense. So not being able to do something humbles me of every time. Like, okay, and it makes me want to grow and become better at that thing. And something like a handstand, which within the movement practice, like a 1-minute handstand is like the pinnacle. Like, it's like one of those goals.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get to that, I mean, it's only like a few % of the whole population that will ever do like a 1-minute handstand, or will be able to do a 1-minute handstand. It's not a lot of people. And
it's very hard.
It's very hard. And it took me almost 2.5 years, I think.
Damn.
To get there. Yeah.
Damn.
First year, I did it all by myself. There was like this one teacher, a good friend of mine. He was teaching me a little bit. But before I actually went to like a gym to actually like teach me to do this handstand, like I was just figuring it out by myself, and with a lot of trial and tribulation. And then after that, like I got stuck at 30 to 45 seconds for like the longest time. Getting over that hump, like that plateau was brutal. And it was just persistence and just keep going. And I stopped many times, like for maybe a month, maybe 2 months. I was like, fuck this shit. Stopping. Not getting any better. I would stop and then I would start again. And then I would get better. Then I would be at 50 seconds. And I'd be like, whoa, what happened? And then it just grew like that.
But it's incremental improvement.
Yeah. Every time. And so, yeah, I like how, like something like that, because the journey is like something like a handstand journey, which is like it's so hard. There's so much failure in there, and to be able to deal with that failure, that's very powerful, because not a lot of people can handle the failure as much, because you get discouraged and then you want to stop, and then you want to say these things like, nah, this is not for me, but like now that I have done something that is so hard for so long, like all other things are much easier in a sense. Like also with this new way of like how I'm now treating people with their chronic pains and their nervous system and such. Yeah, the same thing. Like, I know how to do it. Not to everyone, but like most people. But the ones that I don't know how to do it are the most interesting ones. And those are the ones that I'm just like, because all the successes are amazing. It's great. Like, I love it. I still love it. Like, and it gives me a lot of joy to see other people being happy. And then at the same time, when I help someone like Mira, for example, it was just like not working. I was just like, wait, why? Why is it not working? Then it humbles me again. And then it's like, okay, I don't know my shit. Maybe I need to figure it out again. And just, okay, back to the drawing board. Okay, why didn't it work? And just go back to the basics and just go back and then see like where I went wrong and then just improving.
But it sounds like there's a lot of intent in the things that you want to do. Like you switched up from really corporate to this, and then you tried all kinds of other things, and now you're really like going back to the drawing board. Successes are great, but you don't learn anything from them.
No, it's very much fun, but it's you're not learning anything from it. It's like the same thing with like winning and losing a match. Like it sucks that you lost like a kickboxing match or a boxing match or whatever. But those are the ones where you learn the most from. Like you will never make the same mistakes again.
What are your thoughts on participation trophies?
Oh, fuck that. No.
Why not?
No. No. Seriously, the participation trophies to a certain age, maybe, but no, because I think I don't know how to properly say it. It might take away from what you're maybe able to learn from it. No, it's a loss. Like second place is also like, I don't know who said that. Second place is just like you're the first one to lose.
Yeah, second place is terrible. Third is nice. I'm in the top 3. First is nice because you won.
Yeah.
Second is like I fucked up.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So it's not like no. But you learn a lot from it. Like back in my MMA days, when I went to a lot of grappling tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
The grappling tournaments didn't mean anything to me. It was just a way for me to learn. Just go there, learn, take away what I can from it, and then implement it in my matches, my MMA matches, and in my training.
It's a good way because grappling is an amazing fundament.
Yeah, yes. But I went there as an MMA guy, competing against grapplers, like actual grapplers. I mean, for me, it was just like, I don't have anything to prove here because these guys are much better than me. But still, like, I learned so much. So every loss was just like, okay. Like there was one like match that I can vividly remember where someone had me in I think it was just guillotine, I think. In a guillotine choke, I was trying to defend it, and I eventually tapped out. But I was in a good position, but I just...
But the guillotine is painful.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was also a much taller guy, and it was just like, he was very...
Long limbs.
Very good, long limbs. And so I tapped. Then one of my coaches, very good friend of mine, he actually told me immediately on the side, okay, this is how you defend it. And I used that defense throughout my whole career. I don't think anyone ever after that moment tapped me out with a guillotine.
It's super hard. It's super important to fail.
Yeah.
Super important to fail.
Very important.
What do you have to say to people who can't deal with failure? Because you said it's important to reiterate, go back to the drawing board. Failure is what you learn most of. But also not everybody can deal with it.
I think those people don't really have the ability to learn and to self-reflect in that sense, then maybe. Sounds very harsh, but this is just opinions, obviously. But I think like if you are not able to deal with failure, yeah, it's very hard because I try not to like
You can.
bam punch hard at
You
people,
can
but
make
it
statements.
is. Yeah.
I'll back you up. It's fine. I'll back you up. Fucking losers.
Yeah, losers.
Fucking soy boys. Come on, we can't deal with that.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. Like, if you cannot deal with a failure, like
It's gonna happen.
life is
It's
failing.
gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Like, I mean, every day is a chance to fail. Like, stuff won't always go the way you want it, and yeah, if you can't deal with that, I think life will be very difficult for you.
What's your advice for people? Like, okay, we know it's important to deal with failure. And we know some people absolutely cannot deal with failure, and I find them pussies. No, but it's hard. Like, I've also had to learn the hard way. I had to fail enough times in order for me to be able to cope with it. Like, oh, okay. Because if you fail the first, like, the worst thing that happens to you is the worst thing that happens to you. And if it's that can be small, that can be big, but in our heads, it doesn't make a difference. If I stub my toe and that's the worst thing that happens to me, that's a 10 out of 10 because that's what my skill is calibrated to. If I go bankrupt from a $50 million enterprise and I lose my house and my wife and my dog and whatever, then that's the 10 because that recalibrates the skill. So I found a lot of usefulness in failing more often. Like, you just have to fail more often. And then eventually you learn how to cope with it. Because okay, this is hard, but I went through harder things, and therefore I'll be able to suck up. I'll be able to deal with this.
Yeah.
But what would your advice be for people who don't or who can't?
Yeah, just get off your fucking high horse, like just...
What do you mean with the high horse?
I feel like those people feel like they are maybe feel entitled to things. So like failing almost is something like they I don't know, like they tend to get things handed to them, maybe, in a sense, where I feel like, just if you actually work your ass off for something, and you fail a lot, because that will happen, you will be able to cope with it eventually. I mean, I think we both share some of that with our content creating, and that's just constant failing.
500 posts, one went viral. 500 posts. I've been doing this for 2 years.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, if you can't deal with failure, what are you actually doing? What are you actually doing in life that is actually challenging you and trying to make you better? Are you just in a little bubble of comfort all the time, which is also nice if that's what you want, then by all means,
No, I'm big against hedonism. I'm like, sorry, but maybe it's my Petersonian upbringing. Like, little background. Like, I was raised by my mother mainly. Didn't see my dad for 6 years. Best friends right now. So I have a good relationship with my dad, but effectively figuring out manhood, I had to do by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the ways that I did that was listening to Jordan Peterson, and I started making my bed and like all the right kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But do you think that people, you said maybe entitled, maybe you have to get off your high horse. Do you think people that can't cope with failure don't really try?
For sure.
Okay. Oh, there we have our clip. Fuck you.
If the thing is, life happens, and life is constant failure.
Yeah.
Like, it's
failure is a sign of trying.
Yes. So if you're not even failing, and if you cannot, then you're not even trying. Like, what are you actually doing? Are you actually going out of the house?
Yeah.
To do something? I mean, what are you waking up for every time? Like, I don't know. It just doesn't cope with my mind. If you can't deal with failure, then life is one big failure.
Effectively.
Constantly.
Yeah, but if you they said the true dystopia is when the person that you are meets the person that you could have been.
the person that you are.
I like this quote because I apply it in my own life. But the quote goes as follows: the true dystopia, true hell, is when the person you are meets the person that you could have been.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
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 How do you make sure that that doesn't happen to you?
Well, this is funny actually, because I had this one with I had a therapy session last week. Yeah. And it came back like, oh, look at yourself from like that little Farid. Like how would he look at you now? And I'd be like, oh, wait, he's actually whoa, who's that guy? That's actually the guy.
Actually came far.
The guy that the little Farid looking at the me now is actually looking at the me that the little Farid wanted to be. You know, so it was like a nice reminder to see how far I came now. So to not be that is to just remind yourself where you came. Like
many of the goals that you once strive for, you already achieved.
Yeah. No, just like to just be the man who I am today. Like someone that just how you view things, like who you are in the core sense, your values and such, but also like there's like my whole upbringing was obviously like a lot of I don't want to go too deep, too much into that, but like
this ain't a therapy session. My mom's a therapist though, so that was very interesting.
Yeah, so there was like a lot of how do you say that, like boundaries, and like a lot of like how do you say that, like I don't know how to say this without like actually being like, but like
kitchen tables.
What is kitchen table?
Comes from Kanye West. I don't know if you're a fan or not, but
yeah, definitely. But like, I don't know who the kitchen table.
The kitchen tables is a famous quote for him, and that's like when you're little and you want to dance or sing or do whatever, and you jump on the kitchen table and you enjoy yourselves and stuff, and your parents say, "Get off of that kitchen table." Eventually, your whole life becomes a prison of kitchen tables.
That's pretty much it. Like all the things that I wanted to do and wanted to have and all these things, it was just like, no, you cannot have that. Like it was like a fast no. Like
quite a disciplined upbringing.
Very disciplined. That's the word. Like I was like, yeah. But anyways, so I took that with me for the longest time, and like not like years later, I was able to just figure out like what do I actually want, and follow that route. And that, looking back now and seeing little Farid being like, oh, I can see like him looking up at me, like, oh, I'm gonna be that. That's gonna be fucking amazing. So yeah,
that's cool. I'm happy for you that you came to that place.
Thank you. Yeah. So that was very nice. Also, like a nice reminder from that therapy session. That was like, oh yeah, wow.
Nice.
Powerful. Yeah, really powerful.
That is powerful. You said aiming for things that I want. At the other targeted question, you were like, oh, my ADHD brain goes everywhere and there's a lot. But this past week, I came across a French philosopher by the name of Paul Girard, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I know the name.
You know the name?
Yeah.
You know mimetic desires?
No.
The thing that... I'll see if I can edit that out. Like the background noise.
Yeah, I hope so.
We made the agreement that nobody be here, but that's okay. Well, regardless, Paul Girard. Paul Girard is a French philosopher, if I get his name right, and he has a concept called mimetic desires. And he says, because I have it here actually, and I don't want to fuck this up. So Paul Girard came with the idea of mimetic desires, and he asked a question, or he based it on like, what do you want? But many people don't base what do they want off of themselves. They ask themselves, what do we want, through the lens of what do we want to want. So the pretty girl, the nice car, they're very hard to get for most people, and therefore we deem them as valuable. But just because they're hard to get, doesn't mean that they're valuable. So what do you want, I find, is a very, very difficult question, because many people, like myself as well, I really, really caught myself doing this as well, is basing myself of what do I want to looking out to the world is what do people want me to want? Or what do I want to want? Because if I get the pretty car or the nice house, other people are going to look at me like, oh, well, that's difficult to get. He must be like either good or competent or whatever. But that never forced me to take the decision or ask myself the question, what do I actually want from like an internal piece of value? So then the question back to you is, what do you want? What do you want?
What do I want? And it can be anything. It can be like, just like in general.
Mainly, yeah, it can be anything. It can be literally anything, as long as it's yours.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Brain is just like.
Yeah, there's a lot happening.
Yeah. What do I want? The only thing that I actually ever really wanted was being, which is something like I'm not necessarily super trying to chase in a sense, but like financial security is something that I want. Being like back.
This is going to tie into what I think of what I said before, the meaning crisis. I'm so curious where you're going to go.
Yeah.
Financial freedom.
Yeah, financial freedom. This is basically what I want, and which is not to say that like, oh man, I want to have all the money in the world. I want to be a millionaire. No, I just want to have enough where I don't have to worry. I don't have to think like, because.
Do you know Naval Ravikant?
No.
Naval Ravikant is also a very good writer, and he came up with it's much easier to win the game than to dispute it. It's much easier to build a business and get the money than to convince yourself that you don't need the money or that the money won't make you happy.
No, the money will definitely make me happy. Like I don't. The people that say that money don't buy happiness, like bro,
you're shopping at the wrong place, motherfucker.
Bro, yeah, give me money, I'll be fucking happy, so happy. Because the thing is also, I would not like spend it like I'm fucking bullshit and cars and like I don't really need that. I just want to have enough where I am able to. Just don't have to think about it. And for me, it's probably not as much as other people that need think of a million. For me, it's just like, just to have enough, have a buffer, and that's like, and then I can just still work, but I can work not hustling my ass off every.
You want to work from passion.
Yes.
Not necessarily from security.
Yes. And which I have been doing for the last, well, not the last 3 years, I would say. But before that, starting my personal training journey, being self-employed, doing everything by myself, starting from scratch, literally zero, starting like having like financial security with my corporate job. And then now having like...
why'd you give that up?
Yeah. Depression. Was just not happy.
Really?
So it was, yeah.
Because a little fairy indeed like whispered in my ear, and she was like, I already almost gave it away. No. And she was like asking why he switched from corporate to PT. Like effectively you have, or you had, what people should want to have.
Yeah.
Corporate job, financial security or stability, and you were like, fuck this, it's not making me happy.
Yeah, no, in this case, like this sitting down for 8 hours, 8 hours a day on a desk. Also the work that I did, was, I felt like too good for it. It's like a lot of people would have like done anything to be in that position, and I was very lucky, and I was making more money than I should have, I think. But I come from like an IT world. Like I did IT as a study and everything, and but it was funny. Like little Farid wanted to actually make video games, and then teenage Farid wanted to make movies. Eventually, I chose for IT. I was like, maybe I can combine the two. I don't know. But the IT that I did was not the IT that I thought it was going to be. I actually had to go into coding, maybe, to go. I didn't know. But then I was just like, yeah, this is not it. Working almost 9 years in corporate, and it was just eating at me. In that time, I also did MMA for the longest time. I was teaching a few times. When I did therapy, I told my therapist, like, yeah, my therapist was like, what do you actually like to do? I was like listing all these things. And then like one of the things was I like teaching because I can share a little bit of my experience, blah, 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 to all these other people. And she came with the idea, well, why don't you become a personal trainer? And I was like, nah, I'm not a personal trainer. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Like, that's not me. I don't see that. But a lot of people did see it. I, for the longest time, didn't really like to call myself a personal trainer. I really don't now, because I don't view myself as a personal trainer. I mean, I do the job, but it's not that it's not the title I would give myself.
What title would you give yourself?
I don't, that's the thing. Like I don't know what title it would be, but a personal trainer, like anyone is a personal trainer. Like there are so many personal trainers. There are so many these days also, like there are so many coaches or like awareness coaches, or like, what is it? Like these life coaches.
And they're starting to call themselves mentors now, because coaching is an overused word.
Yes. So there's all these words, and like I was just like, nah, it's not me. Like I'm different. And I knew that I was different because I, like, from all the things that I do and know and have done, it's, the title itself is like meaningless. I'm beyond that. But what is the beyond the thing? And it's very like maybe a self-centered thing to say it, because I'm not that person to like hype myself up. But it is always like this word that's just like, nah, it's like, yeah, what, I can't really put anything else there at the moment. So it is what it is. Learn to accept it a little bit, but at the same time, like I always did, yeah, I never saw myself as that. So whenever people say like, what do you do? I'm just like, well, I do the job of a personal trainer, but
I don't associate with them.
But
they crash podcast sets and stuff. It's fucking...
Yeah, exactly that. But to come back to your question, why did I quit? Because I was unhappy. I was super stressed and depressed, and didn't really want to be stuck in an office, seeing the same people that were older than me, like years older than me, like almost to the point of retirement, doing the same like job as them, and seeing how they were deteriorating and like also not happy. And I was just like, I'm not going to be that person. So I switched up and just started by, like, I wanted to do 50-50 in the beginning, like a corporate half, and then just slowly get into it. But my manager hated me or something. I don't know. Like we didn't really get along. Because in the corporate world, you have to, like get your tongue brown. And I'm not a brown tongue person. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, so, you were very discreet with that description, brother.
Yeah. I wanted to be discreet, but also,
yeah.
But the thing is, so I didn't do that. I saw other people doing that. They were climbing the ladder like so fast, and I was just like, nah, not me. So I didn't really have like a good relationship with the management. So anyone that they could get out, with like a good contract, they like, yeah, no, you're out. So he said like, no, you have to do this, which I now get what he said. Like either you go full for it or you don't, because there is no halfway.
Yeah, I had that with my recent job interview. Similar.
Yeah. So I understand it now. Back then I was just like, but I'm gonna have nothing after this.
Yeah.
Like, if I stop now, like, how will I get? Like, he was like, figure it out. I mean, you want to like start this new journey, which is good for you. Follow your passion, but you can't do it half-assed. Like, you do it full. And that was very tough. That was a tough pill to swallow. But now I get it. Now I see it. Because otherwise, yeah, you're just gonna half-ass it, and when you don't really like put all your energy into this one thing that you actually want to do, then yeah, it's gonna fail, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, you're really all eggs in one basket kind of guy. Go all in or don't go.
Eventually, yes. In the beginning, I would be. I'm very much calculating always. Like, so I calculate. I have to also let time speak for itself. So I will not put all my eggs in one basket immediately but once it feels solid, or the idea is solid, and I have like a good plan, then it's like all in. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you feel passionate about what you do now?
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
How'd you find your passion? How'd you know that this was your passion? Did you know beforehand?
No. Like, I always wanted to help people, like I said. In what capacity, I didn't know. Like in the beginning, it was, I just want to help one person out of all these people that are doing boot camps with me. Like, if only one of them actually benefits from it, amazing. So I was just thinking of just one person, and then it became more and more, which was really good. But also at the same time, I want to like have an impact of some kind. So it was every time it was like a little wave. Like it would be like a big wave, and then there would be no waves at all. It would just be flat water. And yeah, I don't know if that's the right analogy, but
That's all right.
Yeah, but anyways, but yeah, it like to come back, like ADHD brain is just like, but it would just come and go. Like the how I would be passionate about my job and how I found it, because helping people is difficult, because not all people will tell you that you help them. So every once in a while I would get like a text and everything, and it was very nice, and I'd be like, wow, amazing, I really helped this person. But now there is a direct feedback of the person right in front of me saying, the pain in my knee is just gone, or my lower back, it's gone. Like, I can stand up and sit down without any pain. Like, it's right there in front of me in that moment, which is a direct impact. You get the feedback immediately. So it's like 10/10. Like, you cannot get a better form of passion than that if you see that and you're just like, yeah, amazing.
Did you know beforehand that this was going to be your passion?
No.
How do you cope with that? I have a hard time with that. Like, I have a hard time with, like, everybody tells me like, oh, you should be so passionate about X. And then I'm like, but I don't know if I am. I have to try, and then I'll see. Yeah. And for me, another very impactful thing, I'm quote boarding a little bit here because I have no original thoughts of myself.
Bring them on.
And that was Chris Williamson actually saying that he was like, yeah, everybody asked me how I found my passion. I didn't. I just liked this, and I worked at it, and I got some success, and I worked harder, and I got better, and I enjoyed it more, and liked it more, and then got a little bit better. And then worked harder, got better, got more success and stuff. And now I'm here and I just work hard and I try to become better. And everybody asks me, how the fuck did you find your passion? I didn't. I just tried something and I liked it and I keep working at it.
Yeah. Well, then I come back to the whole movement practice where you do so many things. And also back to the handstand stuff. Like like I said, like I would never see myself as that person, but then like you just work towards it. I never really liked it because the failure part is quite difficult sometimes, but you still do it. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. The thing is also, it's so broad, the movement practice, where you do so many things. Some things you're really bad at and you don't really like to do, but you do it anyways and you become better. So you see that where you're just constantly like you're trying to do something. And I'm also like a very curious person where if I see something and I like it, I'm like, I want to do that. Or like, hey, that looks interesting. So I've done a lot of stuff, a lot of different things. Some things that I like really like to do might not always become a passion. Like you're just like, okay, yeah, it's good, but like I don't really feel it, and then you just move on because life. You just like leave it, and then you just continue with something else. And this current thing that I'm doing, working with the nervous system and stuff, like I saw it on Instagram, and I was like, this looks interesting. I was very much skeptical. I thought it was a load of BS, but then I went to a workshop and basically instantly fell in love. Like it was just like, this is what I've been looking for. And like always wanting to help people, I didn't know in what sense. It was very hard for me to grasp. Like, sure, personal training, helping people. Then I slowly moved into biomechanics, where I also helped a lot of people with pain, which was very, it gave me a lot of joy as well to help these people. But it was also like a hit or a miss sometimes. Sometimes it was like a full-on hit, and sometimes it was just like, it's not there, which is okay, because it's not only about the success, right? Like it's not only like that's again failure. It's okay, but with this, it's because it actually works and it's so powerful, and like I'm kind of good at it. Like I'm not even good enough at it, but I'm just good at it at the moment, where I can have some results with people is already like, yeah, amazing. But to know how to go, like, yeah, this is not, it just came to me. Also, I wasn't
Or you
really,
came to it. You tried a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot of times hitting the wood before you hit the nail.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm also in the game already for 10 years. And in those 10 years, like, I'm not a person to sit still and just, that's what I'm saying. Like, and there's no diss to any other personal trainer out there or whatever.
Take it as a diss, please.
But please take it as a diss. Do something else, like broaden the horizon, like do things outside the norm. Like just step outside and try different things. Because most of them are just stuck in one track, and this is what they learn and this is what they just do. And you see it in the gyms, and it's like, yeah. But that's why I always said, like, I'm not a personal trainer because I'm doing so many things. I like so many things. My toolbox is huge. Like it's like 5 backpacks, maybe 6 backpacks. I don't know, like travel backpacks, you know, like it's a lot. So yeah, but then like in this case, like the stuff that I'm doing now, yeah, it just came to me maybe, or I came to it, and it just, yeah, that's the passion. I'm just rambling, and it was just, but that's basically it. So I wouldn't tell you necessarily to like work hard at it, but maybe just see whatever it is that you think you like, love doing, because I can tell you the Instagram stuff, it's difficult, And
what do you mean with the Instagram stuff?
Like the posting and stuff, like the editing and everything, and making the videos and making the posts. I mean, it's, for me, it is. I'm talking for me. Like, it is like a second job that you have, like that I have. I'm not necessarily good at it or anything, but at the same time, but I also don't love it at all. But I know I will be good at it at a certain point if I just keep going.
Why do you do it, actually, the posting?
Just to get more, to get myself out there, and to generate more. It's like a visitekaart.
Yeah, it's like a business card.
Business card, yeah, like a portfolio.
Yes.
Hey, this is what I can do. If you have pain, come to me, see me, and I can help you. So just get myself out there. Yeah, hey, got pain? Come to me.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's basically it. But I don't like it. It's not my passion, I would say. But I know that I'll probably be good at it at some point. I hope it's soon. I really hope it's soon.
Man, it's gonna take so much longer than you think. But okay. So one thing that I come across in the daily life is like this is what I do. Like the posting, the podcasting, I make money with this. Yeah. So this is what I do. This is what I want to do. The posting a little bit less. I find that very fun to really think about my posts because it makes me intentionally think, especially because I make talking head videos. So I really have to think like, okay, what idea am I now gonna like try to communicate to somebody else to be of value to their day.
Yeah.
But I also see a lot of people that have Instagram for 3 weeks and then have 15,000 followers within their first like 20 posts. And I just spoke with an acquaintance who's big in podcasting, 600,000 subscribers and stuff. And it was like, yeah, we helped this guy. He did his first podcast, 15,000 followers, 15,000 subscribers. And I was like, God damn. God damn. I was trying so hard. But I don't really know how to feel about that. That I'm like, yeah, well, maybe it's not my path. Maybe it's not. But
yeah, but you got to figure that out as well. Like, at the end, like, just try it. And maybe you need to pivot a little bit. But you hear like these stories all the time, right? Like if you, I don't know if you ever seen Chef's Table.
I've heard of it, but I don't know if
on
I've
Netflix.
Seen.
Yeah, is it a plug for Netflix? I don't know. But anyways, Chef's Table, amazing. Like the storytelling of the food, but also the chefs and the restaurant and the way it's shot, like beautiful. But a lot of these restaurants or these chefs, they start somewhere, obviously, and then they have a lot of success. They start their own restaurant and it just doesn't work because they're stuck in their head about like this, how it's supposed to be. And the moment they let go of that and they are just doing whatever the fuck they want, then all of a sudden they get all the success. And what that comes down to, I don't know. Maybe it's because they lower their expectations, and
it's probably authenticity. Because also, the first like 300 posts were me really thinking about, oh, I have to post this because I saw that this with this person, this got traction, and therefore, and then I'm stumbling like idea communicating, and it got like 300 views, and I'm like, God damn it! And then the second I was like, okay, back to the drawing board. What do I want to do? And it wasn't lowering expectation, but I think it comes to my personal voice sounding through in the message that I'm trying to portray or communicate, that you have your authentic self, which is what people want to see, instead of a borrowed identity from just an idea or something.
Yeah. No, for sure. Because if authenticity is all obviously the whole, like I get that, but how do you convey that through like a...
You can't force it. It's really just being yourself.
Yeah.
But it's nice because that's the pecking order of, at least on Instagram, that's the pecking order of creators. Like we humans have 5 senses.
Mm-hmm.
But I argue there are much more. There's lots of different things that we can feel. obvious example, when somebody behind you looks at you, you're like, what the fuck is your problem? And then you feel it. Like you feel that there's people looking at you. How? We don't know because we don't see them looking at us. But also sort of radar for fakeness.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, this is a good message, but I know that this is either fake, or this is not true, or this is not your true self, or there is this underlying idea that you have for this.
Yeah. But there's still some of those people are doing fairly well, weirdly enough.
Yeah, but I don't think for the long term.
Yeah. Yeah, that's possible. That's possible. I don't know about that, but I've seen like some creators that I'm just like, what are you doing? But still having like gazillion views. Not even like followers. Like I don't necessarily look at followers, but like the views are like insane. But maybe it is also because they are controversial in their fakeness.
Yeah, but that's...
you see it, so then like you get more views because of that.
Yeah, but that's also something that I don't want to do, because I could make a video and be like, this is why I agree with Andrew Tate. I swear to God, I could get a lot of views, but it's against my values that I'm like, I won't do that because that doesn't align with me in order to get views.
Yeah.
And if we're like, as an example, what I mean by trust is I follow this very good personal brand person, and he is behind the personal brand of Dan Martell, and Gary Vee and stuff was their videographer. And he was like, he says the next big thing, but also his point of view is like, optimize for trust, not for virality. Mm-hmm. You can go viral. We all, and especially because it's the thing I do all day, you see lots of creators coming up, booming, falling off. And after 3 months, you don't think about them again. You don't know where they are or what they're doing. Big examples, Andrew Tate. He was super big for like 2-3 years. The fuck is he even doing? Because there's probably other reasons as well. But also it's like, you can go viral. You can go get a lot of attention. But you don't really build trust. It's easy to go viral if you're just willing to be controversial. And if you want attention, this is fine. Just shout into the wind. But it won't optimize for trust, for longevity, for things that really matter. Like if you want converting clients with Instagram, you shouldn't go out and shit on everybody else. It will make you go viral, but they'll be like, you have 1 million views, but they're like, yeah, but you're a dickhead. Like we laugh about you, and that's why you get many views, but you won't get any other things out of it.
No, for sure. But being dickhead is sometimes good.
Yeah?
Sometimes, not always.
Tell me. when is it okay to be dickhead?
No, not necessarily a dickhead, but just being honest, I think.
But those are not the same. Some
people would think
yeah,
that's the same. Yeah, because you're being a dickhead. But like, no, I'm just being honest. Yeah.
Do you have an example in mind? That you're like, some people will fucking...
No. I wish I could be that person, because I'm not that person. I wish I could be like super honest. Like I'm sometimes with few people, but not with majority, which you should actually maybe find it would be easier to be more straight up with the people that you actually you're not close with.
I remember the first text, like, why are you not coming? And I said, because I don't want to. I still remember that as a very traumatic experience. I was like, fuck, it's like sending your crush, like, I'm kind of like you, and you're just waiting for that response. You're like, oh shit, did I make a huge mistake now?
And then you get the ding, and it's just like, you don't want to look at it. You're just
and
like,
then you're almost, and you see that they're typing, and you're like, oh, fuck, you sink to the ground. But it's actually great, because first and foremost, they don't ask you anymore, which I didn't want to go anyway. So that's all great.
Yes. Instead of like having to have like a whole thing made up in your mind, like an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
No.
People pleasing is a disease.
Yes. Which I do a lot.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's a lot of people that I know that are depressed, or not in a clinical term, but self-identify as depressed, are also usually practically always people pleasers.
It's a tough job.
And we give you credit for it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. I mean, it's difficult because you just want everyone in the room, especially the people that you like, to be happy. So sometimes it's hard for you to actually like choose yourself first over the happiness of others. Like, no, it's others first, and then however you feel after that, it's like, yeah.
The energy that you have left over is the energy for me.
Yeah. And that's like I did a lot of therapy for that, but it's still there in a certain sense, much less than before. Before I would literally almost like figuratively, basically, but let people walk over me. There was this one exercise that we did where I would stand on one side of the room. Therapist was on the other side of the room, and she said, "Say stop whenever I come too close." So she was walking towards me, and I was like, "I'm tough. I do MMA, whatever." I don't know. But my ego was very, very big, and she just came, and thought she was gonna stop, and then she didn't, and she just literally just mushed all against me, and I was just like, "Stop!"
Yeah.
And that was like,
that will make you communicate your boundaries.
Yes, that was like immediately a click for me. Like, oh, okay, makes sense. So she literally said, like, yeah, this is like you let people walk all over you, basically. And I was like, wow. After that stopped.
But it's also good to not get into a fit with everybody because you're too honest. Sometimes it's just not worth the trouble. If I see a Karen, I'm like, I could. I don't. Yeah, not today.
No, but that's the whole thing. Like, I do that maybe because I just don't want to exert my energy at all. You know, like, so I'm just like,
sometimes it's easier.
Sometimes it's so much easier.
But sometimes you have to.
Yes, because then where's the line? Because I have that a lot where I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't really care. I don't. But then, like, where's the line where you do have to say something? So that becomes a little bit blurred, for me at least. Like, unless it's like super disrespectful, then I obviously like that's a different thing.
Smack in the head.
Yeah, but then like what do you do? Like, and that's for me sometimes a little bit like, do I want to go into this or not? And in most cases, I will just be like, no, too much energy. Fuck it. Let's move on.
But you've become better at it now?
For sure. Yeah. Much better. Like before, like there's still obviously like a little bit like little ups and downs. Like with certain people, it's easier than with others.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, like with people that are good friends, it's easier. But sometimes it's also sometimes harder. Like it depends on like the situation. But I do get like it is much better for me to just actually be like, yeah, I don't really want to come. Or like sending that text is much easier. Like, yeah, I'm on the couch and I'm not getting off the couch. So I'm sorry.
Nice. I like those messages. They're so nice.
Yeah, because it's actually like, okay, I gotcha. Like, let's do another time.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. And usually it's not that big of a problem for other people if you're just straight up about it. If you make a whole fuss about it.
Time.
And on time. Yeah, no.
Not
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but every no is a yes to something else. If you need some personal space and you say no to something, that's a yes for yourself. Vice versa as well. A yes to something is also a no to something else.
Yeah,
you have to be careful with that. Why is it important? Never mind. Why is it important for people to move?
Good question. Like the first thing that I would say would be like, do you know the use it or lose it principle?
Yeah.
Well, basically...
Same with brain cells. I've come to feel with people.
Yeah, basically this neuroplasticity principle, like if you don't use your certain movements, you'll lose it. And same thing with mobility. Mobility is like a big part, and that's why you see the mobility of older people just deteriorating. The thing is, what I've learned I'm glad very early on, is that I'm not training for the quick fix. Like at this point, and this was already like maybe 8 years ago, where I was training and I didn't train for a specific competition or whatever. It was training for longevity, being able to train now so that I can be able to still keep running and maybe even do handstands when I'm 80. Basically, that idea.
I want to see you do a handstand at 80 though.
That would be amazing.
That would be great.
Amazing. But it's like one of these things, like really like to see like all those old, like these videos of these old Asian people just doing pull-ups in like
They can.
a park. Yeah, they can, and they're still like moving fairly well for how old they look. I don't know how old they are, but they look super old, and they are still like just doing push-ups, doing all these things, which is insane to see. But in the Western world, like you don't really see that. There might be 2 or 3 70-year-olds in the gym that are actually properly working out in certain gyms here and there. But in most cases, like the majority of people are not moving. And the like not moving your body when you're in your early 20s is such a waste, because that's where you just get all these, where your brain can actually learn all these new ways to move, and especially even younger, like even like in your younger years. That's very more.
But I started karate when I was 8, and I can still high kick. So it's
yeah. So it
never leaves.
It's in your system, literally. Like I could go on like with like how important it is to have your kids like do multiple sports to develop their brain and develop their body. That's like a whole different thing. But like for young adults, like training or doing some kind of sport is so important for later in life. And what you see now, people are training, but I just don't know if the mindset is in the right place.
What do you mean?
Like training for longevity. Like you're not training. Training is not something for a quick fix, something to just like,
if I train 6 months, then
I want to lose 5 kilos, 10 kilos, or I want to run a marathon. No, yeah, okay, cool. Those are amazing goals. I'm not like shitting on those goals. Like it's amazing, but it's like, how do you want to live when you're 80? Like, how do you want to live? How do you want to live when you're 90? If you are lucky to get that old. I've seen my dad being like just sitting down in like his chair and not being able to move freely, and just seeing that, I'm just like, I will never want to be that. Like that's like something that I don't want. So for me, my mindset is always like, I'm training just to stay fit, but also just to keep on learning and trying new things. So my brain is always trying to fire up, learn something new, so that when I'm 80, I can still like do whatever the fuck I want with my body, and my body is able to do it and not lose it because I've neglected like 20 years of not moving, you know? So that's why moving is.
How do you keep it fun for so long?
Trying new different things. That's what I like. Like I do so many things. Like I've done gymnastics for a long time, like calisthenics, a lot of the mobility stuff, and just have fun with it, and don't be so strict with it. Like the moment you get like good at certain things, you can actually let it go for a little. I can try something else.
You build up the muscle memory.
You build up the muscle memory. Like now when I do like I don't do mobility stuff every day. I just do it like every once in a while, and it's still there. And sometimes I just do it for a few months again and just get good at it again, or like get like proper, maybe because like certain things. and then I do something else again, and then I do just strength training, and then I do this again, and then I do that. Nowadays, like my training is very much, I would say, generic, non-existent. Sometimes I'm so busy, it's very hard. Like I like structure, I love structure, and just having like, oh sorry, the like when I was working out for 6 hours a day, 5 to 6 hours a day for 6 days a week. Granted, I was having less work. That was one thing. But also like I just had like my whole life was built around training. So like I had my training schedule, exactly like I had 3 hours then, 2 to 3 hours in the morning, 2 3 hours in the afternoon somewhere. And in between, I would just have like my PTs, and I would have like half an hour to eat something quick and then just go back. And that was my whole life. That was just and I loved it because I was just improving and getting better and everything. But yeah, your question was, what was your question? How do you keep it fun? Yeah, my train of thought was just like, okay.
No, but how do you keep it fun? Another like addition to that is many personal trainers that I see think like, you know what I'm gonna do? I love training, so I'm gonna become a personal trainer, so I can do what I love for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And then they stop training because they don't find it fun anymore because they're constantly helping other people and they're training in the gym every day. Not all your passions should be your main source of income.
Yes. You know what's funny? I hear that with a lot of surf instructors. I hear that because I love surfing, and a lot of so whenever I surf, I always have like a lesson or here or there, and then I just talk to the instructor. And most of the instructors, they do surf and they still love to surf, but they don't surf as much as they actually want because they're already in the water for like 6 hours a day or something, or like a few hours teaching. But then their passion for surfing actually deteriorates. Yeah. So
you are a prime example.
But that's yeah.
You're not a personal trainer, but still you train, but still you help with movement.
Yes. Yeah, but it is like coming in waves. Like my like I said, like so my whole training, like there is no schedule, and I love schedules. Like it really helps me to just I find this word very hard. Compartmentalize. I was like, but to just have like things like, okay, now I train, now I have PTs, and then it's really easy for me. I think also for my ADHD, like it's like very much like, now I can just focus on this one thing, and I have a training, like a schedule to do, and okay, these are the things, boom, and then I just work, and it goes really well. But if I don't have that, and I don't have necessarily have like a schedule, and if I just wing it, like then it's very hard for me. Like, okay, but what do I do? Okay, yeah, what do I like to do? And then sometimes I'm just like in the gym, and I'm just like, yeah. I'm just gonna sit.
Yeah. If you don't have a plan, it's very easy to do nothing.
Yeah, and for me, it's very easy to do nothing. And then then I'll just edit, and I'll just do some quick edits or something, or I just have a chat with someone. Because it's very hard for me to have like, okay, I have an hour in between two clients. It's very hard for me to actually do some work. Even though I would say I'm a very disciplined guy, but it's very hard to motivate yourself to actually then do something in that hour and maybe because I find an hour not enough. Then like, why train that for an hour? Which is a stupid mindset to have, because you can do a lot in an hour. Like
you can do enough in an hour.
Yeah, but like I used to train for 6, you know. So like the 1 hour is just like, yeah, man. Then I don't know, and it might seem like not enough for me, at least. So it's very hard for me to actually then do something. If I have a training partner, different because then I feed off of the other person.
Yes.
So then I was just like, okay, what do we do? You tell me, because I don't want to be a trainer right now. So, okay, tell me what to do. And then we do it. And then
actually I have that with trainer friends of mine as well. They like train every day and blah, 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 blah. And then I train with them and they're like, so what do we do, champ? And I'm like, you are the trainer here, dude.
Yeah, but I don't want to be a trainer. Just tell me for once what to do. And then it's very much easier and nicer to train.
Fair. How important is it for you to have the right people around you?
Very important. It's very important to have the right people around you. But it is funny because people come and go, but for some reason, always the right people are there in those moments of need. So yeah, it's very important. And choose your people very careful, I would say.
Why?
Because not everyone might have the best intentions for you, for me.
Do you think that's malicious intent?
I don't necessarily think it's that. I don't think it's intentional. I don't think they know. But some people are just not good for you. They're just not good for you. And if you can see that or understand that, then it's and you just have the right people that want the best for you, then you're well on your way. Like a good support base.
Have you ever had to cut people off?
Oh, I've cut a lot of people off. Yeah.
When is the threshold?
Certain disrespect, for sure. Yeah. Then I will just cut you off immediately. Some would say that's something like, yeah, I don't know. I can be very cutthroat with that. Like, just like integrity is a big thing for me. So if you fuck me over, then no. That was especially like after therapy and everything. Like, yeah, if like I don't like injustice. Like injustice to me is just like, wow, it's tough, tough pill to swallow. So if you do anything to me that I find unjustful, then then it's over. Then it's done. Yeah. So yeah, I've got a lot of people off, but it's only right.
Yes, but I come from the why I ask this is because then we come back to the whole beginning, and that's identity. Mm-hmm. You always even if you disagree with it, like the literature is there that you base your personality off of the people around you. That's always, if there's 5 idiots in the room, you'll soon be the 6th.
Yeah.
And similar to other examples.
Yeah.
And I find it really important. Now I'm 23, but now for the first time in my life, I really have especially a good relationship with my parents and my family. And I have my 2 best friends. And I really underestimated how nice it is to have good people that look out for you. But I also, for a long period of time, had the wrong people around me, but I didn't want to be alone.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what I'll do? I'll just be okay with it. I'll just be okay with it because it's better to be with people than alone, but then also not with the wrong people than be alone and have to do it for myself.
Yeah, but I think that's a young person thing. I think when you're younger, fuck this guy.
I'm not gonna release this episode.
No, but I think that's that you will as a teenager, I think going to young adolescence, late teens, early 20s. I mean, that's where you hopefully figured this out, like what you just figured out, like, because this whole period is just fake in a
What do you
lot
mean
of sense.
fake? And what do you mean with this whole area?
The area of teenagers, early teens to
Young adolescents.
because it's all about appearance, about being cool, how you're being perceived. So like there's like it's like a whole, like some would say, like finding your identity, but you won't find your identity. It's just all blah.
Yeah, but it's important in order to.
Exactly. So it's like, but some people don't figure this out until 30s, maybe mid 30s. So you're lucky that you're figuring it out. Like now, I feel
That's
like
why I want to spread the message. Like,
it's a good message. It's an amazing message. Like the thing is, like most will not like figure these things out like early on, and they will be stuck in a bubble. But I feel like with this new generation, it comes a little bit faster.
what do you think that is?
I think maybe like social media has like an influence on it, but also I don't know because I'm not in that world necessarily, but it feels like it because maybe I'm in that bubble. But I don't know how it is in like suburb Netherlands or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like I don't know what like Amsterdam is one giant bubble.
Yeah.
And what plays outside of Amsterdam, I have no idea.
I come from the countryside. It's very fun to see the Amsterdam bubble.
Yeah. But like what is the difference then? Like how are teens, because a lot of the ones that don't go out of their village, town, whatever you want to call it, the suburbs, and they stay in the suburbs, they will have the same set of friends from 3 years old till they're fucking 90.
Yeah, that freaked me the fuck out. That's why I left.
Yeah.
That freaked me out so much.
Yeah. So then that's the question, like, is that still like fake, or did they actually like find, because they won't cut anyone off like necessarily because they will.
You can't.
Yeah.
You walk into them.
Yeah, exactly. So there's like this, like I don't know how that, because in Amsterdam, yeah, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah. But I do think like I have a younger sister. She's turning almost 18 this summer.
Mm-hmm.
They are so much faster than my generation. And I'm only 5 years older. Like I'm 23. Yes. She's almost 18. She is like that generation. It goes so much faster.
But that's what I'm saying. So I don't know what that generation now, like how they're doing, mm-hmm. But I can imagine that they're doing much better actually than the previous ones, that they're growing much.
Yeah, there's no solutions, only trade-offs. So I think better in some ways and worse in other ways, because there's more exposure and therefore more personality that you have to like incorporate or show the world.
Yeah.
But because there's more exposure, like I had this whole thing with another podcast guest, and I said like it's better. I'm not per se like a loner, but I was alone for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And it's good. Like it's a lonely chapter. It makes you find yourself. It's very important in order to self-reflect. And most people, they surround themselves with the wrong people, but therefore also never have to ask themselves the question, who am I? Because they're never alone. But
I love being alone. By myself.
Yeah, me like too. But there's a paradox to it.
Yeah.
Because on the one hand, I made a whole paper about this. I call this the male loneliness paradox. Mm-hmm. We all want to be alone, self-made millionaire, lone wolf. Like I can do this alone and prove your worth to the world. But there's also such a hunger for being with other people and having your group and having, like, it's good to isolate, but it's also good to have your bros and have your girls and girls, as in girlfriend, you only do one. But like, sorry, Mira, that's not what I was intending to say. No, but what I do have experienced is that it's so, especially also with like not having my dad around.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to base my personality or my manhood from the men around me in the countryside, I would have not been the person that I am.
Mm-hmm.
But I had exposure to other people, such as Jordan Peterson, that really shaped me. which means that I can be so much further than the people, or different, further. I do not want to like diss anybody and say, oh, that they're worse, but I could make the necessary jumps for myself because I could expose myself to the right things. Can also go the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Can also go the other way. Because if you have young guys and there's extreme bad influences going viral, then that's the risk.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Nothing to add to that.
Good point. Thanks. No, thanks. You're a fighter, right?
Yeah.
I have been a fighter or are a fighter. I always wondered what fighters as coaches, besides me, think about how important it is for young males, young men, to learn how to fight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's super important. I like this. There's this one quote. I don't know who said this quote, but I think it's like a old Japanese quote. It's like, it's better to be. What is it?
It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
Warrior. Yeah, than a gardener in a war. Yeah, definitely that. So, like, being able to fight doesn't mean like you're gonna fight. Like in most cases, like most fighters that know how to fight won't ever fight.
It's a big misconception about fighters.
Yeah,
we're not aggressive people.
Yeah, exactly.
Most, but some are.
Yeah. So, but some will always there's always a some, right? But most fighters know that they can fuck someone up, so they won't or try to avoid it.
There's an aura that comes with that.
Yes, but and it's always in most cases it's always like a drunk scenario where people like, whoa, and the fighter is most cases like sober or like half, maybe like tipsy or something, but still like, I don't want this. But yeah, so, but also to, like, for me at least, to be able to protect your loved ones, family and such. There's like, it is quite funny how, like, when I was like going out a little bit, like back in the day with my MMA friends, it was always funny how, for some weird reason, people would always pick me to fight. Like, so.
Yeah. Or you're just an asshole.
Maybe I was an asshole.
Maybe you're just, ew, get the fuck away from me.
I don't know about that, but it's all like, there's like funny stories going on. Like if like my friends could tell like amazing stories, but there would always be this, and it would always be guys that were just stupid drunk, like stupid drunk, and they would just come to me and like or they would go to my friends. When they came to me, it was like, don't want any trouble, blah blah blah. And a friend of mine, like also an MMA fighter, we're all MMA fighters. He would just like, separate us and whatever. But the moment, and this is also a little bit of the injustice, which I hate it when like anyone touches my friends or my loved ones, like then I just snap a little bit. But every time there's like a few instances that went exactly like this. Guy goes up to a friend of mine, and I just walk up and I just grab him by the neck, just like full on, like, and I just like walk away. And like it's always fun because my friend just dies laughing at that moment. He's just like, ah, and but yeah, that's me. But it's not that I would like fight or anything, but I would just show you like,
don't do this.
Don't do this.
Yeah.
Like, don't do this. Like, you don't want this. The funny thing is also like some of us have the ears.
The broccoli ears, the cauliflower ears.
Yeah. And it's just
wrong,
like,
wrong vegetable.
It's like, don't do this. But yeah, some are still like blind. Funny enough, like never really ended up fighting. It was always like...
Probably because you can.
For some weird reason, it was always one of us that was cool-headed and just
separated
us. Yeah. And so, yeah.
Fair. I think one of the most important lessons, my mom was like, you need guys in your life. Again, because I was raised by my mom. So she put me in karate. And I think the most important lesson that I got from that is that I could get the living shit kicked out of me. That was a really good reality check. Because I think there's lots of young guys, and I'm just behind that phase, but there's a lot of young guys who are like, go get me. I think that they can beat everybody up because they've never actually gotten a good reality check.
Yeah.
That was very important. It's very good for a young guy to know his place.
Yeah. I mean,
not saying that you should beat random people up.
No.
But it was very good for me.
But it is very like I think every guy should just have been hit once, like just get punched in the face once, either through sparring or like
bar brawl.
Ideally, no, not a bar brawl. But like as kids, you fight, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I fought like as a kid, like in a schoolyard. I was just like yeah.
Oh no, I didn't do that.
No. Oh. Maybe it's just I don't know.
Fuck. Cut.
No, you didn't?
We'll be right back. After the commercial.
No, like, yeah.
No, my mom always was like, you cannot ever hit anybody. Eventually I did once, but I was 17. But I also had two guys that really could fight with me. This one, my best friend, he's a freak of nature. He's really a freak. He is. He wanted to go to the Marines, but he didn't got it because he had some sort of record that we're not going to talk about. But he's like 195, 118 kilos, benches 195 for 3. Freak of nature. And he was already like that when we were 18. He was already benching like 170 at 18.
Insane.
And that was he was the big reason that I never got into a fight or I never had to hit myself. Because it was
a good protection to have.
Yeah. No, but I never really hit anybody. Also because I always never really thought or talked about this, but I just don't want to hurt people. And you fight. You know you can hurt somebody. And I'm always like, if I knock you in the head right, and you go out, and you hit the back of your head on the pavement. It happened to my dad once. And he told me. And he was like, there was this one moment, he got up, but there was one moment, because he came from a different background. But he was like, he got up, but never making that mistake again.
Yeah. No, the thing is, but that's like also like with, and that happens oftentimes with like bar brawls or like on the street late at night or somewhere, you know. But like I'm talking about like if you're young and you get into a fight, like it shapes you in a little bit. Like I would not say like throw the first punch. Maybe if you're being bullied,
then definitely.
Just throw the first punch. Just I think it does shape you a little bit.
In what way?
I think if you know what a punch feels like, so you get hit, you don't want to fight again.
If you get smacked right?
So, yeah. And I think also for like others, like if they get hit, they might not be a bully
anymore.
You know, like it can like be like a moment for you where you're like, okay, I don't want to get hit anymore. But at the same time, like if you're a fighter, that's a different story, right? Like, or if you're like older, then I would say like, do some boxing, do some kickboxing. And one, you're learning how to fight. So you're learning a new skill, which is very, very good. You're gaining so much more self-confidence, like more in a sense, like you create this aura around you. But apparently my aura is like, come and try to fuck me up or something. I don't know.
He's a whimsy little guy.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like, why me? Why always me? There's other guys. Like, but still, okay. but it really, like the amount of self-confidence that I know that I have, that for people to not fuck with me, but also to know that I can fuck other people. Up.
That's a very good. That's a very good
pause. Yeah. But also when I have a family later and like someone fucks with my family, yeah, that won't happen.
I've seen enough of those Instagram. I don't know if this is your Instagram.
Some of them, yes. I see a lot of fight stuff.
Yeah, but also like families, and that the dad is just, or the guy and his girlfriend is getting like robbed, and he says, "Oh my God, call the police!" And I'm like, oh,
that's
oh.
But then again, like yeah. But then again, with cameras being on constantly, like you can't really do anything also, which is very difficult. So you can't.
Sometimes you want like, shut it off.
delete it now.
Yeah.
No, but it is more like, the thing is like, when you learn also how to fight, you have like a sixth sense in a way, especially with MMA, because when you spar, maybe also with kickboxing, all these other stuff, but because when you spar, you need, like, you always spar like in a room with 20 other people, so you always need to know who's behind you so you don't bump into each other, so you create this sixth sense of people around you. Like, people can't be walking behind me because I will just stop, let you pass, or I would just go to the side because you're not going to pickpocket me or whatever, try to rob me or do something with me. If I feel like, I just feel it. I just feel that person behind me without even having to look. And then I'll just look like a little bit behind me and it's like, okay, boom. But it gives you, for pickpockets, which is like a big thing. I see this also on Instagram a lot.
Terrible.
Like the pickpocket videos, like how they are getting these scammers in all these different cities. But I've never really seen it, or they don't really come to me, knock on wood, just to make sure. But anyways, like, because they know they won't get you. So they only pick the people that they have like zero awareness around them. They can see those people and then they like, oh, that's because, and there are some people out there that have zero awareness of their surroundings. It's like, it's very weird to see how like you're like, I don't know, maybe you've lived under a rock or in a bubble, but those are the people that have never been in a fight and never been like having like this thing,
My whole perspective changed. My whole perspective changed when I heard about, and his name escapes me. There was a very famous, in a bad way, rapist / murderer, serial killer. And he got asked in an interview, like, how do you pick your victims? And his response was, first, I look at their dad. If their dad's a threat, I'm not going to pick them. If their dad's not a threat, it's like an open door.
Yeah. Like, literally. Yeah. If you
this, by the way, quote, paraphrase, but this is
like true. Yeah, but it is like that. Like, if you, I also don't want to generalize or something, or like be like super, but as a man, and this is just for men, like as a man, like if you cannot hold your own, or like you don't have to, right? But it's just about the idea. Like you don't want to be a gardener in a war. That's the whole idea. You don't want to be that. So might as well learn how to fight and not use it than having to fight and not knowing how to fight.
Yeah, but it translates into so many other things.
And it translates into so many other things. Yeah. But in general, it's that. Like, it's, if your question is like, why should men like learn to fight. Yeah, well, that's number one. If you cannot protect your family, like what are you doing?
Yeah.
Or at least have the ability to.
What's manhood for you? You strike me as quite the traditional guy. There's been a lot of backlash against like traditional masculinity, which has gotten a terrible rap by other fucking idiot guys that give it a terrible rap.
Yes. Like for me, manhood is like one of the big things for me is to, what is it? What is that word? Where you're like, you made a mistake and you're like owning up to it, like
acknowledging it.
Yeah, but it has like a word.
What's the Dutch word?
Weet ik even niet meer. But basically,
accountability.
Being accountable for your actions. Like, and not just sugarcoat it and be like, oh no, but no, like the more real you are and honest, like the better. Being one of the, for me at least, like, yeah, just being able to, yeah, it's a tough one. Thing is also like, there is a lot of that. What you said, like that manhood is like a little bit being like, because I am very much traditional in that sense. Also because I just come from a generation that's like very hard. Like my husband was my husband. Pause. My dad.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
This is commercial break.
Pause. My dad was like super stoic.
Yeah.
Like he was like the most, like he was a man of few words always, you know? But I wouldn't necessarily say that is like manhood, but like a little bit of holding your cards close to your heart is something that I tend to do as well, which I also think like you don't want to be like an open book too much. Being a little bit more private in a sense, but at the same time also be strong in a certain sense. And I don't mean necessarily strong in like physique or anything, but just being strong in your beliefs, your views, standing firm and not being super whimsical in your beliefs. And
what do you mean by whimsical?
Like where you go with the flow too much. Like, oh, the world is seeing this as the new normal. Like, okay, I'll just go with what my friends think, for example. You know?
It's a onesie of belief system.
Yeah, like standing, like having, actually having your own opinion, which people think they have.
It's the same with mimetic desires. People think that they want things.
Yeah.
People think that they think things.
But I don't know if people actually, or if it's just something that's just been planted. Like the idea is being planted in your head. But if you, like critical thinking might be like a good word for it. Like
I like that.
Thinking. Because it's a skill. Because it does, like, yeah, the things that we have been taught might not always be the right thing or just might not be the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have the critical thinking skill or ability to actually be like,
reflect on it, think about it,
then you can be stuck in a certain belief system for a long time, maybe forever. Yeah, so I think that would, like, few things of those that. What do you think would be missing?
Character.
Yeah,
but that comes into strength.
Mm-hmm.
but that comes into everything. Like it's accompanied by everything that you said. It's not really a new thing. Character. One thing that has really helped me is in my strength. This is something that I'm practicing. This is something that I find very hard and I'm practicing, is I tell my guy best friends that I love them.
No, I do that.
I didn't. I was like, that's the gayest shit ever. I don't do that.
Yeah.
It has changed the friendships that I have so much. Only when I mean it. Like, I'm not like, oh, I love you. That's That's just there is a word coming up that I can't use from Mira. So, no, but definitely not. But my best friends, like I have two, Tom and Gerjen, my day ones. And I tell them like I'm here, appreciate you, love you, brother. See you next time when we like leave. That has made me so much stronger.
Yeah.
Because the bonds that I have with them it has tightened. Like they're also very stoic. They never felt loved by anyone. Honestly. Yeah. Both rough backstory. Yeah. Don't really feel appreciated. Don't really feel proud. They have they're very ambitious. But then the second you're like, hey, I appreciate you for who you are, then they're like, like my inner child never got healed, you know? And we built that now with the three of us. And I think appreciating the little things, intent, like doing things with intent is really something that but that's the same as going with the flow with beliefs. Going with the flow with just whatever life throws at you, it's not really good. Yeah. And self-reflection. I think, and that there can be, like, I'm not that big of a fan of monk mode. You know what monk mode?
What is monk mode?
It's a new, like, men fun thing that we should do, and that's monk mode, and that's just 6 months, delete all your social media, focus on one thing, isolate, which is based on, like, a couple things, but what's missing from that is integration. The last stop is, I think it's like improvement, blah, 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 blah. And the last I should be integrate, but people get stuck in that. However, I do think it's really good to sometimes take a moment for yourself. I got it tattooed in Russian, but it's like sometimes you really need to think about who you are.
Yeah.
This is not per se manlyhood, but this is just an advice for everybody. Think about who you are. Think about who you want to be, but not based off other people. Just what would you like to be? Because I'm not who I would like to be yet. But at least I know where I want to go. So every day I can take a step towards it. I'm building a mountain with layers of paint. So every time is 1% and 1% and 1%. But intent is really something that I love with intent. I appreciate people with intent. I do things with intent. I don't do anything that I really don't want to do. I don't want to be anything I don't want to be.
So would you say then that if you don't do something with intent, then what is something? Would you say that something is missing? Like,
I think it's super easy to get stuck in routines. Yeah. So I think that I also, sometimes my editing I do without intent. I'm like, oh, okay, I have to post today because I want to post one post every day. That's what I do. Sometimes I do 12, sometimes I do 1. But that's just routine. Yeah. But at least the thing that I'm working on, I do with intent. And I know that it's like paying a mortgage instead of paying rent. Like, I know that what I'm doing, the energy, the time that I like expend, or my expense account, whatever, the resources that I put towards this are at least to something that I really want. It's something that really suits me, that fits me, that I feel passionate about, or at least I do it with intent. Because otherwise, Aristotle said, to the man who knows not where he wants to go, no wind is favorable.
Yeah. I know that one. I can't say it again.
Yeah, repeat it. That's fine. But that's and that was really good. I have done lots of school, and I was like, oh, I need to go to school because this, and I'm still in school, and I'm still doing my master's, and I'm still like doing this, but also other things that I was like, I'm spending so much energy on things that I don't necessarily want to do just because people expect me or people want me to do it, and then I'm like, maybe I shouldn't. Or I got offered a corporate job multiple times. Sales is a big thing within my family. I don't really want to do that. And my whole life was leading up to like, you know what you're going to do? Which I genuinely think I would so much enjoy.
Yeah.
But it also wouldn't fully be me. So then I'm like, okay, what am I going to do here? Am I going to follow the beaten path for me? Or am I going to be like, okay, this is where I see if I can meander with the path that I actually want.
Yeah.
And that's what kept me from depression. I've had some low times, but like always going back to me and be like, yo, how are you? Like checking back in with myself. I think that's very important.
That's very powerful. If you can, if you're able to do that. Yeah.
Not all the time, but
no.
But it's fine. We're learning.
Yeah.
If you, a couple things that you learned in your life that were very impactful to other people, especially younger generations, maybe younger men, maybe older people who haven't figured it out. What were the most impactful things or some impactful things?
Like one of the big things that this is something that not a lot of people will be able to feel, but I think one of the biggest impactful things for me was like standing in a cage, in a ring. And you see this more and more, especially here in Amsterdam, where there's like these, like there are gyms doing boxing competitions, like so people that have never really like, they can train and move their way up, and then they can do like a very amateur kickboxing bout. And I think that's very powerful. Being able to stand there, it's so stressful. There's so much emotion going through your body, and being able to still keep your cool is something that really, it's a very powerful thing, because you have a lot of people that just go into panic mode when shit hits the fan.
You can't do that in the ring.
You can't. So you have to just keep your cool and try to move. In a lot of cases for these people, they like technique goes out the window. So they train for half a year, whatever.
You
just fall back to just the first days you fought. But still, you stand there. Win or lose, you're there. And that's something that not a lot of people really feel, because sparring is not the same. Like that's also a thing where you can like get some emotions going, and like, how do you deal with that? But I think being able to stand up there, and even if it's just for like this one amateur bout, I just want to have this one thing. I mean, that's going to be so impactful, because it gave me like all the moments, all the times in my life after that, I was always the coolest. Like, boom, okay, I just knew what had to happen. And it has happened multiple times, like also with my dad. Like, he had a stroke when I was with him going to the hospital, and just keeping my cool and just literally carrying him to the emergency room, like, he's having a stroke, and not like panicking, like just stumbling, and like, no, just be there, be present, be direct. Direct, also a nice one for manhood. But yeah, I think that's like one of it's something that I always say to people is like, yeah, just being able to stand in a ring, another guy is trying to beat you up, and you don't run away, and you're there, and you have to fight back, and you fight back, and the emotions that are going through you, it's insane. Especially that first, it's overwhelming. Yeah. So I think that is one of those moments, like, because you don't really experience that any other time. Like with any other match, let's say a tennis match. Like, I mean, there's still, it's still like one-on-one.
But there's no physical danger.
There's no physical danger. So it is like, yeah, you might be like nervous for your tournament or something, but that won't take anything away from it. But your head is not being bashed in by another person. So there's like, it's like, yeah, it's you're nervous, but also, come on, just play. You're gonna be fine. Just play, and if you win, you win. If you lose, you lose.
But again, that's the worst thing that ever happened to you is the worst thing that ever happened to you.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you don't, yeah, exactly. If you don't know, you don't know. I think that is like one of the biggest ones for me, is just like, yeah, if you have the opportunity and you can still do this as like in your mid-30s, early 40s.
Hey, Yoel Romero started when he was 36. That's when he debuted his career.
Exactly. And he was an animal.
But he was something different.
But he is also a whole different beast.
Yeah.
Like a whole different category. But also he did wrestling for the longest time, right? Like
yeah, and he came from the Cuban special program. Yeah. And he has his neck fused.
Yeah, and he has like these traps.
Yeah, but that's because he had his neck fused.
Okay, yeah.
He had an accident, broke his neck, and it fused his neck. So he always looked around like this.
Yeah.
But also, when you kicked him in the head, it was like you hit a brick wall. He couldn't be knocked out.
Yeah, that's dangerous. Dangerous, yeah.
No, but do I hear, because not everybody is able or wants to go into the ring. I did it. It's terrifying as fuck. Like, I kept my cool, but I almost shit myself.
Yeah.
I had the same when I did an unofficial Dutch record squat when I was 17.
Mm-hmm.
I went under that bar and I was like, if I fail this, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Would you say that the message is just test yourself to the extreme once?
No, challenge yourself in general, I would say. Always.
But what I mean is, like, the worst thing that ever happened to you is the worst thing that ever happened to you.
Yeah.
You have to really, really push the bar far once in order to be cool with the rest that's happening to you. And that's why I mean with you have to push yourself to the extreme of like, not, oh, I don't know if I can do this. Like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. Like, really hell weak.
Yeah.
Really recalibrate your skill.
For sure. Then definitely, yeah. Because you don't have to do it. Like, if you just do it once,
your whole life changes.
Yeah. Like your world view changes. Like the way you see life changes. So it is like a very powerful thing to just that one thing, just do something. It doesn't have to be like going to ring. Like it can also just be, let's say, I was talking to a guy yesterday. He is doing theater and he's going to stand in front of people for the first time. And that's also nerve-wracking. Like it doesn't have to be a fight. Like I'm also obviously like a fighter. So my analogies are always like fighting specific, but this can be theater. There, and you have to memorize your lines while being under stress. Same thing. Only now your head is not being bashed in, but you're there. You have to maybe choose like a Rocky type of theater. But it can be anything. It can be jumping off a plane. You know? Parachute or whatever. Can be scuba diving. Can be anything, but that do the extreme, but what is within your, like, do these things and challenge yourself regardless, like challenge yourself always. Like, don't be the person that stays at the same company for 20 years. Like,
Safety is not your friend.
No. Like, when I hear these things, like an anniversary, like 25 years anniversary,
40 years
in one company, 40 years in one. I mean, life must be good. I don't know. But at least that's not me. I would not do that. No.
Any other good pieces besides test yourself to the extreme at least once?
Difficult. Obviously, there are so many things that you could do, but I cannot really come up with, like, that's one of these questions where I'm just like, what's something that you would, like, have if you would have, like, one thing, like, do that once?
Definitely test yourself to the extremes at least once, because it indeed recalibrates your whole life, your whole worldview. Comfort is not your friend, neither is safety. Ask the girl out.
Yes. Big one.
Imagine only dating people you know who will say yes.
Yeah, that's
comfortable, safe, but you're not gonna be excited. Go to the homies and be like, you know what smoke show I just landed, and you'll get no's 9 out of 10. But it's the one yes that matters.
Yeah.
Try, do things with intent. Start. That's my biggest one. Start. Yeah. That's everybody is like, how to optimize this, how to optimize that, how to go to 100,000 followers, how to keep your girl. Nobody talks about how hard it is to start.
Start is a big one. I would definitely say start. Yeah. Like, try, but definitely start.
It's the hardest to go from 0 to 1. 2 to 99 kilometers an hour, fine. 2 to 100, fine. 0 to 1 is where you're going to burn the most energy.
Yeah.
And for that, use all the fuel you have. I'm not a big fan of rage or hate or toxic other things. But if you have something that you need to get rid of, use it to go from 0 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then get rid of it because you burn it. Like, toxic fuel is great. It's great to get you started, but it will be poisonous over time. So let go of it. But
what would you say is toxic fuel?
Means feelings of insufficiency, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a big motivator if you feel like you're not good enough. But don't do it when you just build €100 million enterprise, because then it will be toxic. Yeah. So use whatever you have to get into motion, and then eventually get rid of the things that poison you. Mm-hmm. That's what I would say. But start.
Yeah, definitely just start. Also, don't overthink. I think in general. Calculate, but don't overthink.
Fail. That one's empty.
I heard it. But it's on a...
Yeah, I think. I don't know. Oh. I have to get out of the cameras. But it's my view. It's fine. We don't need that. You are the star of the show.
Yeah.
Any other things that you want to round off with?
No, man, I liked it.
Nice.
Loved it. I don't know if I rambled on too much, but hey.
How long do you think we've spoken?
I think it's a good 2 hours.
It's 2 hours, 18 minutes already.
2 hours, 18 minutes.
So next time you say, fucking Joe Rogan, 3 hours. I don't have no time for that bullshit. Get to the point.
But this is like halftime for them.
Yeah. He is on like 8-hour episodes. But like,
it's insane. Yeah. It sometimes, like, if he has what is that, the
Protector Parks.
Protector Parks. Yeah, that's
Fuck
like
the
6 hours. That's
yeah. He once did 8, and then they cut it down to 4. But also with Shane Gillis and stuff, imagine what's said at that table that they had to cut out 4 hours.
That's insane.
That's insane.
That is insane.
But it's easier to do. But I like the podcast because I don't think that we have enough time where you put your phone down and have conversations for so long.
Yeah.
It's my favorite way of just conversing and getting to know other stuff.
Yeah.
Because even if I listen to podcasts, sometimes I'm guilty of scrolling Instagram in the middle, like in between, and do other things and fold the laundry and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think we don't have that many like good conversations anymore.
No.
And we're a species. We humans think we're extremely individualistic, and we are extremely not.
I mean, we're all like our own main character.
Yeah, we think.
That's exactly. In our own little bubble, we are our own little...
Unfortunately, that's your only reference frame.
Yeah.
And in order to change that, you have to bring other reference frames in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I like conversations. Because everybody thinks they're the main character. And effectively, you are. Because you can only look through your own eyes.
Yes. But what is the opposite of a main character?
Side character?
No, like you'd be lucky to be a side character.
Not in the picture.
NPCs, like
NPCs.
Some people
Damn,
are
NPCs.
Yeah. Are just non-playable characters. They're just like... Existing. They're just here.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But I'm glad that they think they're MCs.
Yeah.
They have MC
Look at you. Using all this language.
I'm a Gen Z.
Do you want to try?
Honestly, yeah, sure.
Otherwise, we wait to the 4th. Then I take it to one of the trainings with Mira or whatever, and then we can do the 4th.
Let's do a 4.
We'll do the 4.
I want to do it, but I'm gonna puke.
Yeah.
I know.
I gave a 6 to a friend last week.
Yeah.
Cars. He tried it because he wanted to try it. He puked. If you're strong, like he's a lightweight, featherweight fucking bitch. But that's
like I love a challenge, right? So I'm very much like, sure, let's try. But I'm also like thinking like, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna be feeling like...
We'll try a 4. Next time we'll try a 4.
We'll do it on camera.
I also ordered smelling salts. Have you ever tried those?
Ooh, no.
They're coming in this week. I ordered them also 2 weeks ago for the podcast, but nobody wants to give me my fucking packages.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I would have loved... I've seen the videos.
Okay, we're going to do a second episode.
Yeah.
If you're open to that. And then we'll try the 4s and the smelling salts.
Amazing. Okay, then we're going to do that.
For people who have pain, where can they find you?
Farid.nextlevel at Instagram. Yeah, if you have any chronic pain, or injuries, or maybe you had an operation, or maybe you're just not mobile enough, and you want to get more mobile, come reach out. Hit me up, and I'll fix you.
I can add to that. I went to a therapist, thought nothing was wrong. It's good to sometimes have a second person looking with you.
Yeah.
Because it does have to be wrong. It can also be suboptimal. Just have somebody look with you.
Yeah.
What you're up to next? You have anything coming? Big things that you're working on? You did the therapy. The therapy with the arms and stuff.
Yeah.
What's that?
So that's...
getting a new skill?
Yeah, that's getting a new skill. That's the square one system that I have been learning, where I basically reset your nervous system. So so basically what happens is you have stressors throughout your life. You have little pains, you have little traumas here and there. Your body holds on to that.
The body keeps score?
The body keeps the score. Exactly. Good book. But the brain holds on to it, and your central nervous system holds on to it. But if you can tell your brain and central nervous system that everything's okay, and make it feel safe and seen, then it will slowly let go. And your body will feel more safe, more secure. The nervous system feels more safe and secure. And pains that you have will slowly go away because nothing is being held on to. And your mobility will come back, your range of motion will come back, strength within certain joints and muscles will come back as well. And before, like, it actually feels like you're as good as new. I did it to my mom last week, and like I did her whole body, and she was just because she had a lot of pain in her leg, like her left leg. It was just like in the morning, it was just painful, and she was like, "Farid, I'm in so much pain." I was like, "Okay, I'll come by." Came by, did her whole body. Pain was much less, like almost. It just came back in the morning after a little bit, but then like so much better. But her whole body felt light. Now I have to say my mom is like always on a 10. Like, so her anxiety levels, stress levels are always like on in a certain sense. So I turned it like to like a 5, maybe 4.
It's a big change.
It's a big change. So for her, all of a sudden it was just like, whoa, like her whole body was just like a little bit floating, which was really nice. So it can also just be for that, like where you're just resetting the body. I also do it for a friend of mine. She is doing an ultra marathon today. I think she already finished. But yeah, I also then she came on last Wednesday to just upgrade the system a little bit, like a tune-up.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure that all the joints work, all the joint actions are doing what they are supposed to do. The muscles feel good, like all the little pains that she had from training, wash those away, and then she's ready to go. So I hope she is already over the finish line.
Nice.
She's never done a normal marathon. She only did it once for her training, but not an official marathon. So I really commend her for just doing it's a 50K one.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And she's not running for time. She's just running for just
pleasure.
Finishing. Yeah, just finishing pleasure. I don't know what you want to call it, but so I really commend her. Big respect.
Mm-hmm.
She's really carrying the boats.
Do I have an?
Do you have that? No.
Do I have maybe? No. Do I have? There we go.
Yeah, so I also do that for athletes. Give them a little tune-up before their competition.
Nice. And if that doesn't work, go to Fit Peptides. Use code WIHP10 for 10% discount. And
yes, I got them in, so I'm gonna use it starting tomorrow.
I'm so curious. Keep me posted.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm still scared. Yeah.
It's all right. You're not gonna feel it. Literally, you're not gonna feel it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just gonna be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. See you next time, man.
Thank you for having me.